Hey, yo, check it. Hey, yo, what is up, DZ fam? We are back for another video, weekly outlook and prediction. You do not want to miss a second of this video. We're going to look at GameStop's possible bull run and the thesis of the repeating algo fractals. So we're going to be looking at that, breaking down possibly that GameStop is going into a bull run and give you evidence why. We're also going to go over price targets for this week, and we're going to be looking at AMC, SPY, telling you where I think SPY is at in the macro and giving you guys what we are expecting for this week. And we're going to be looking at Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as well. We're going to cover all of these things using charts, facts, and data. So let's not waste any more of your precious time. Hop in the charts, facts, data. Let's go. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, what is up? This is your weekly outlook and prediction for stocks and crypto. This video is not financial advice and should not be taken as such. Please do your own research and due diligence before buying any stock or crypto asset. Now, last week we absolutely nailed it on point, getting every single candle print prediction right, as I did predict a red week for SPY, a green week, as you can see here, and we go to the weekly candles for SPY. You can see a red week for SPY, a green week for GameStop, and a green week for AMC. And we're going to be looking to do the same this week. I'm going to give you the weekly outlook of the candle prints and what we can expect for this week. And then, of course, I will be live during market hours. So tune in and hit that like button and subscribe right now to lock in for very accurate predictions and breaking news on the stock market and global events. So first thing, and again, we did this live and on a live stream. So if you guys want to check out that live stream, we talked about the whole UFO drone thing. Again, on the weekend, we like to just chill, hang out, talk about different topics. We talked about that on the live stream. So if you want to check that out, you guys can check it out on the replay. But let's go ahead and hop in and show you guys what's going on. You can see GameStop getting a nice pop to the upside here in after hours. Okay, GameStop getting a nice pop to the upside here in after hours. Slight gap fill down here that we are going to be aware of here on GameStop. We're going to take that into consideration and just go ahead and mark that here for you guys right now. As you guys can see, that slight gap fill down towards $30, which I do think we will be retesting $30 if we don't get a pre-market pump. We could get a pre-market pump, but that gap fill would remain down there. And as you guys know through history, and if you follow my channel, gaps get filled. So that is something we would have to worry about if we do get a pre-market pump. But it looks like this is going to be the week that GameStop breaks and holds $30. Okay, so it looks like GameStop's going to be breaking and holding $30. Also, we have some exciting news coming out here for AMC stock as the box office is going absolutely insane. We also have movies coming out that should do very, very well, and it's looking very, very good as far as AMC is concerned with the box office. You can see some insane numbers here from Wicked, Inside Out 2, Deadpool and Wolverine, which was a very good movie in my personal opinion. But you can see that the box office is doing absolute numbers right now, which will benefit AMC. And of course, GameStop has been making moves with the PSA, doing that, also giving us those profitable earnings and improving the numbers, sitting on a huge amount of cash. So GameStop has a lot of room to work right now, and they also said no more dilution for a period of time. So the short sellers are really getting their back pins against the wall as fundamentals improve for both of these stocks, and especially as GameStop makes moves saying no dilution. Unfortunately, Adam Aaron didn't follow suit, and we did get some dilution news, and you guys did see the effect of that as AMC did get this drop down. But it looks like right now AMC is recovering, and I will get into that more in the later half of this video. But I'm going to focus on GME because GME is basically the leader of the meme stocks right now because of that recent dilution hit from Adam Aaron. And you can see that GME is in an overall bull run, in my personal opinion. So if when in doubt, zoom out, you guys can see that we're breaking out of this falling wedge. We have green monthly MACD. You guys can see we're in this overall uptrend, and we actually had a push to the upside. We've consolidated, and it looks like we're about to make another move to the upside. Now, I'm not saying GameStop is Bitcoin, but technicals are technicals, and falling wedges normally make higher highs. You have a push to the upside, then you come down in your falling wedge. You push up slightly after you break out of your falling wedge. You consolidate, and then you absolutely rip. Could this be the stage where we're at here on GameStop? I think so. If we go ahead and look at TradingView, you guys can see that GameStop is actually getting ready to break out of this overall pennant shape and make a nasty move to the upside, in my personal opinion. If we go ahead and just break everything down, you guys can see right here is the pennant that we had. We retested it as support last week, and we're starting to break out. We do have these sell walls here that they're trying to hold us down, but you can see that this is part of a macro pattern. Again, you have the breakout of the falling wedge, then you can see that push to the upside, this bullish consolidation, then you go into another falling wedge, which leads into the pennant, which leads to a push to the upside. I've talked about this on the fractal numerous times, that the algorithm is repeating. You get that double bottom formation after a macro accumulation. You go into that falling wedge, then you go into that bullish pennant. That bullish pennant starts to break out, and that leads to a big move to the upside. And I believe that's what we're seeing here. Again, after you move up, macro accumulation, the fractal plays out in a hole, because you can see the fractal played out hole here. We had a whole fractal segment. Then we repeated the fractal. We had a whole fractal segment. And now I believe we're starting a new fractal segment where you see a push to the upside. And then that starts the whole segment over and over again as the algorithm is on repeat. So also we have things to back that up as well with green weekly MACD, green monthly MACD. These are signs that GameStop is going into a bull run, believe it or not. We even have the quarterly MACD starting to curl up and almost go green, ladies and gentlemen. GameStop is in a official bull run, in my personal opinion. If you go ahead and go to the daily time frame, you can see that we are well above the 200 moving average, the 100 moving average, and the 50 moving average, and we have a golden cross again repeatedly. GameStop is in an official bull run, and I believe that moving into 2025, we're actually about to see this thing make an overall uptrend. You can see also that we have even more bullish indicators. I could go on and on about the bullish indicators that we have here for GameStop stock. We have a green buy signal on the daily time frame. We're about to get green MACD, and once we do get green MACD on the daily time frame, it's absolutely going to fly. Green weekly buy signal. We haven't had this other than this time here when we got this big move up, and before when we had the big giant run. So these are all indications that GameStop is about to continue to the upside, and it looks like this week is going to be the week that we break and hold 30, and it is a short week this week. Meme stocks seem to perform well during short weeks because of the gamma ramp and the way the call options are set up, and you can see that right now we're going to have a short day on December the 24th. The market's going to be closing at 1 p.m. And then on December the 25th, it's going to be closed, giving us less time on the options chain. And that means they'll have to cover for the hedges sooner, and you can see that the option chain here for GameStop is bullish. Also, we have to report on this pop to the upside and cost to borrow. But if we go and look at the options chain for the expiration of the 27th, which is going to be the expiration on this Friday, you can see that we have this major set of calls outweighing the puts. We also have activity in the $59 range. Someone buying up there. You can see someone buying here at the $42 range, but you can see that we're stacked from $30 to about $35. Absolutely stacked. People are buying. So here comes a bold prediction. I'm known for bold predictions, but my bold predictions normally come to fruition. I believe what we are going to see is GameStop within the next 2 weeks. So by the Friday of the 3rd of 2025, I believe GameStop will have hit $40 at minimum, okay? And I think we're going to possibly go higher than that. But I believe in the next 2 weeks, GameStop is going to hit $40, possibly hitting as high as $35 this week, and then heading into $40 next week. So I think by the 3rd of Friday, and we will come back and revisit this prediction, but I think we will hit $40 here on GameStop. Potentially, this could be the week that we officially hold 30. And I told you guys, if we hold 30, that's when we're going to see a big push to the upside. Going back to the macro pattern, once we break above 30, we see these big pushes to the upside. We've constantly been battling as they've been trying to hold us under 30, but I think this is where we officially break out of this bullish pennant, hold 30, and then start to launch the upside. I think it's going to be this week in my personal opinion. So, of course, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a green weekly candle print for GameStop, as I think we're going to be moving to the upside. Now, what we can expect for Monday, you'll probably see a little bit of consolidation pre-market. If we get a pump, that's great. But what I would actually like to see is just exactly what you see here. Coming up, retesting 30.45 in the morning, coming back down, retesting 30 as support, filling that gap, and then moving to the upside from there. As long as we hold $30, you're going to see a continuation to the upside, and we should be able to easily hit my $35 price target. If you're not in the Discord, I might still be running the sale, so tune into the live stream to get full details. But we had an amazing call out on GameStop, $28 calls last week, and SPY puts last week as well. So if you want to get in the Discord, hit me up on my email, DataZeroOfficial5, linked in the comment section. If the sale's still going on, it's going to be $50, but if not, it's going to be $75. But hit me up for information, and if the sale's still going on Monday, I'll let you guys know and let you guys know the price. But you definitely want to get in, because in 2025, the price is going to be going up to $100, and I provide extreme value. You get your money back in literally one trade. Now, as far as AMC is concerned, again, we have the box office popping off. I already told you guys that we're thinking of a green week here for GameStop. AMC is going to be following GameStop. I think AMC is going to get a recovery. The best thing that could happen for AMC is getting a filing that says that that recent dilution news, that is over. That would cause a pop to the upside for AMC, but we do have positive articles coming out about the box office here for AMC stock, and we even have AMC actually outperforming some of its competitors here recently. So this is good as far as I am concerned, and you can see that AMC is actually starting to pick up. Again, that dilution news did hurt us, and I believe Adam Aaron did bail out the shorts with that. I know some people think that's crazy, but right now we have this double bottom off of $4 that is playing out. You guys can see right now here on AMC, bottom number 1, bounce, bottom number 2. This should play out throughout the rest of the week where we see a move to the upside. That's why I'm thinking we're also going to see a green week here on AMC stock. We also broke above this sloping support and resistance, letting me know that this downtrend is ending with this double bottom, and that's going to tell me that we're moving up. You want to see AMC break above 423, and that will confirm that we are indeed going to start moving back towards 450. And then once we get back to 450, we are in the game. GameStop, just a real quick update on GameStop. You want to see GameStop break 31.88, and that's going to confirm that we're going to be moving to the upside as well, especially if we hold that $30 level. Now, AMC, again, we want to see break above 423. If we can hold 423, that's going to be giving us more bullish confirmation that we're going to be moving up. What I think we could expect to see here on Monday, though, is even a low as possible retest of 415, and then start pushing to the upside to break above 423. Once we break above 423, that's going to confirm that we are indeed going to probably get that green week and continue to the upside. But we have a breakdown in this trend right here. So I think if GameStop gets its momentum, which it will, that will help AMC push to the upside, but we might have to retest as low as 415. So if you see a drop in the morning, don't be surprised. Right when market opens, you would see that drop to the downside on both AMC and GME as they find support and push up. But I think we're going to have a green week on both of the meme stocks based off the entirety of the technicals that I'm seeing, and the fundamentals are improving. Again, with that double bottom in play here for AMC, green MACD on the daily time frame, or on the weekly or 4-hour time frame. I do apologize. On the 4-hour time frame, on the 2-hour time frame, on the hourly time frame, you can see that we're building bullish momentum. You can also see some super trend buy signals starting to come in, and then of course alligator starting to get bullish as well, even as high as the 2-hour, and starting to cross over here on the 4-hour time frame. So I believe that we're bottoming. This is a double bottom that's forming, and it will be completed if we break above 423 and hold that level, and that's when we will eventually start pushing up to 450 quite rapidly. So this is what I'm looking at for AMC. We could hit as high as 450 this week, in my personal opinion. I think GameStop is going to be hitting 35 high this week, but in the next 2 weeks, I think we'll have hit $40 in my personal opinion, and we will be revisiting these predictions to make sure they're right. Last week, I told you guys green week for AMC, green week for GME, and we did get that, and then a red week for SPY as the meme stocks start to decouple from the general market. Like I've been telling you guys what happens, SPY would start to top out, meme stocks would decouple, and then we would get a market crash that will lead to a potential giant squeeze as one of the scenarios that could be playing out. But you can see that it's happening. GameStop is starting to go into a bull run. And SPY is potentially starting to top out. And speaking of SPY, let's go ahead and move into SPY. So you guys can see that the MACD is starting to die down here on the weekly time frame. You can see that the RSI is making lower highs, and lower lows, trending down as price trends up, and volume is trending down as price trends up. This uptrend is ending, and I believe that 2025 is going to be a bearish, choppy sideways year for most of the tech stocks and most stocks. I believe that this is actually topping out, but as far as the short term is concerned, that I believe that SPY is going to be pushing up. You have this bull flag formation here. We also have futures starting to push up now, and you guys can see that I believe that SPY is going to be holding the key level of 591.46. Now, if we lost that level, that could confirm downside, and if we lost 586.38, that would confirm extreme downside, and we would start dumping towards the gap fill. But what I think is going to actually happen here for SPY is SPY starting Monday is going to push to the upside, go up to about 600, 602, maybe as high as 605. I don't want to give myself that much wriggle room. I'm going to try to be a little bit more accurate than that. So 600, I guess you could say to 605, but medium range 602 before pulling back. The white dotted line prediction has us coming up to about 602 before pulling back. We only have one major data drop this week, which is going to be durable goods month over month, and that's going to be here on Tuesday. It's supposed to come out bad, so that could add a little bit of bearish momentum, but I don't think the market's going to be too concerned with that. We do have some things heating up, though, with the whole global conflict thing. The market has been kind of ignoring it, but it's kind of getting too out of hand to ignore. So we have had two things happen here. One about the general getting killed in a e-bike blast. So there was a bomb planted in an e-bike that killed a Russian general. But more recently, we've had the whole drone flown into a skyscraper, and with a lot of casualties. Ukraine has taken claim of this and responsibility for the attack. You can see some of the pictures here. Absolute devastation as a bomb drone was flown into a skyscraper, and things are definitely heating up. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you guys think that it's nothing? Do you guys think this could develop into WW3? I personally think it could, because it's literally a proxy war between the U.S. Directly funding and helping Ukraine. So it's basically like U.S. versus Russia. Plus, we have all these things going on with the drones in the U.S. right now and all over the world, which I talked about on the live stream. I'm not going to talk about that here in the weekly outlook and prediction, but I think this definitely does have an effect on the market, and it's becoming too big of to ignore and could escalate, in my personal opinion. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you guys think that this is going to develop into WD3? Do you think it's going to fizzle out into nothing? Do you think Ukraine's going to win? Do you think Russia's going to win? Let me know what your guys' thoughts about all of this in the comments. That way I can get some more information, because you guys always have a lot to say and really good input on what is happening. But this is what I'm looking at for SPY. I think we're going to see an overall push to the upside, rally, and then pull back. That would be like, I guess maybe a mini Christmas rally like we would have. But I think the overall market is topping out based off everything that I'm seeing here. And I'll just give you guys some technicals and evidence on why I believe that. RSI overbought here on the monthly time frame. Every time we get RSI on the monthly time frame overbought, we have major pullbacks. You can see that here. You can see that here. You can see that here where we had a year pullback. And we are in that territory now, and RSI starting to trend down, which means momentum is fading, and MACD starting to trend down, and volume is trending down, which means momentum is fading. Also, we have this weekly bearish divergence where RSI is trending down and price is trending up. You have the weekly MACD starting to trend down and almost flip red, which means momentum is fading. Red daily MACD, I think this is going to be basically a dead cat bounce, where you get your bounce back after a huge rally, where everyone thinks that it's bullish and off to the moon again. But I don't think we'll be making a new high. I think we'll be making a lower high and then pulling back. It's very, very key that I think we're going to be making a lower high, and that this is the 607.03 on Weeble's chart is the top, in my personal opinion. I want to make that very, very clear. Now, you can see stocks like Apple that have been holding the market up right now are extremely overextended, overbought right now, and overvalued, in my personal opinion, overbought on the weekly time frame
and on the monthly time frame, and it has a nasty bearish divergence starting to form as well. But again, overbought on this week monthly time frame and weekly time frame. I think Apple will be topping out here soon, in my personal opinion, and Nvidia starting to top out, which is one of the market leaders and market movers. I think that it's going to see a bounce, and Apple's going to continue up a little bit more, and Nvidia is going to see a bounce, which is going to help drive the market higher. But Nvidia overall playing out a rising wedge, which breaks down, and the rising wedge target for the downside is much lower. So I think we do have more downside here to Nvidia breaking down at this rising wedge. It takes us down to this gap fill about 119.50. Again, there's bounces on the way down. It takes time to work its way down. Also, you have this head and shoulder structure in play as well. I think we might get a little bit of bounce, as the head and shoulder did seem to play out fully as we went really low here as far as 126.50 here on Nvidia. But I think we're going to bounce up, and that's going to take the market with it. And it'll probably top out around some of these, making a lower high, which is going to be the same thing for SPY, making a lower high before coming down even more. And that's why I think we will be getting a green week for SPY, but it's going to lead into more red weeks in the future. And I think this is actually the top, in my personal opinion. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. You guys know, if you've been following me, I'm highly accurate. But you guys, as the viewers, make your own decisions, and you decide where I'm at with things and everything, and that's your choice. But I think we're going to see a push to the upside and pull back, making a lower high for SPY, but giving us an overall green week for this week as we recover, and then probably into next week, into 2025, start to pull back. And I think 2025 is going to be a very choppy year for stocks. So that's what I'm looking at as far as the overall market is concerned. Let's go ahead and move into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and wrap up this video. So Bitcoin, I had to have two scenarios here because we are breaking down on this trend line. And I know some people are going to freak out saying they missed the top and blah, 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 blah. I think Bitcoin is going to have a very, very bullish 2024 and is actually going to decouple from stocks, in my personal opinion. And I've said this a while. I've said that's part of the whole process of the macro that I've been talking about, where the stock market tops out and then starts to crash or go sideways. Crypto decouples from the stock market and develops as a whole market and industry. And meme stocks, if the market capitulates or starts to go sideways, they go into a bull run and then possibly see a squeeze move. And I've been telling you guys this over and over and over on the macro. Now, as far as Bitcoin is concerned, I think we could see a pullback where people might get scared. But I don't think we're going to be going lower than 80K, in my personal opinion. You could see a flush out. But honestly, Bitcoin needs to cool down. That way we can go higher. RSI was already getting way overbought here on the weekly time frame. And I think we need a pullback. Even if we were to have the end of the bull run, which I don't think it is, I think it's going to go well into 2025. But you guys can see where we had this top here. We pulled back, had a little mini bear season, and still made a higher high. So I don't think that anybody who didn't sell up here missed the top. Again, I've urged you guys to take profits, though, if you were up massively. Me personally, I'm still holding. You guys can see there's a ton of momentum here on the weekly time frame. Green weekly MACD, alligator is green. We're just simply, I think, consolidating and cooling down before making another move higher. I think we're going to go to at least 110, 115 at minimum on BTC, in my personal opinion. We haven't seen altcoin season yet, so if this was the top of the market, it would be the strangest cycle that we've ever seen, and it could be a very short bear market because we've always seen an altcoin season in a crypto bull run, so we haven't seen that yet. The halving has just happened. So I really don't think that this is it, in my personal opinion. Again, you guys have to do your own research and due diligence. But you can see after the halving, so halving, we've had huge rallies after the halving. And then here's the other halving here. We had this long, prolonged rally. And then we've just had the halving. This is not the end, in my personal opinion, based off everything I'm looking at. Some altcoins are doing well now. As far as outperforming BTC, we have Algorand up, Hex is up, XMR is up, but it is still definitely not anything close to a altcoin season. Bitcoin dominance is at 55%, actually going up, and ETH dominance is actually going down. If it was an altcoin season, you would see Ethereum dominance at like 15, 20%, and Bitcoin dominance as low as 50 to 45%, if not lower. So it is nowhere close to an altcoin season. If this was the top of the bull market, it'd be a very strange crypto cycle. I've been in crypto since 2019, and I think that we would have a similar cycle in my personal opinion. But we are losing this overall trend line here, so I think we're going to see a little bit more pullback for Bitcoin. This is my bullish scenario, that we can get a bounce out of this trend line. RSI gets oversold, we get a bounce and push up, especially if the market goes green on Monday and we get the ETFs opening up and the ETFs get some money flowing into things. But I think we might actually see a pullback down towards like 91, 89K, maybe even as low as 85K before seeing a recovery back to the upside, in my personal opinion. And if that were to happen, that would let the RSI cool down and actually give us room to make a move up. I know it doesn't make sense to some people, but sometimes pulling back, letting the RSI cool down, getting a flush out, getting the weekends out actually allows us to go higher and allows the bull run continue. And again, nothing goes up in a straight line. You always have ups and downs on the way up. Again, if your favorite altcoin hasn't popped off yet, it hasn't been altcoin season. Some altcoins have seen getting close to all-time highs and getting nice pumps. XRP absolutely going insane. There's a rumor about a possible XRP ETF. XLM going crazy. Some of the meme coins going crazy, which I'm not too personally fond of, but if you make money, make money. But you guys can see over the past year, crypto has been having amazing gains, absolutely insane gains. So I think there is more to be had, and I think we're actually just simply having a pullback. Ethereum actually coming back inside of the pennant, so I should have left my original prediction up where we'd actually consolidate a little bit longer before breaking out of this pennant. As it seems like that is actually what's coming to fruition. We started to break out, but then Bitcoin pulled back, and I had my prediction actually go as further down the pennant and consolidating before we break out to these higher highs. So it looks like that's going to be the case, because I think altcoin season is going to come in like 2025, March, April. And if you look at the chart right here, that would have us breaking out around that time. So I think we are going to see an altcoin season, but it's going to be 2025, March, April. We still have bullish crypto president. He could do the Bitcoin reserve, and things could get absolutely crazy. We could also have bullish SEC. And you can see that Bitcoin is mostly held by individuals, man. So I think crypto is where it's at. And I think it's going to slowly phase out the stock market, and crypto is going to slowly develop into its own industry. And again, decouple from the market as time goes on. I think by the time we hit 2030, anybody who has bought now and had been holding before is going to be very, very, very well off. As the Bitcoin gets more and more scarce, and things start to get supply shock, and it will just absolutely get crazy. And I think Bitcoin has room to make moves that we haven't even fathomed. But ladies and gentlemen, again, for full disclosure, I do hold Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrencies, and I'm very, very bullish on crypto. But this was the weekly outlook and prediction. If you found this video informative, please drop a like and leave a comment down below, as that helps the algorithm and push out to more people. You can also share the video as well. If you want to support the channel in a different way, you can check out the merch store. We do have a merch store linked in the comment section down below. I'm wearing some of the merch right now, and if you were to check that out, man, I truly appreciate it. Or you could go ahead and drop a super chat on the live streams, as I will be going live again on Monday. Remember, the market's going to be closed on the 24th and early day on the 25th, but I will be going live, and I don't normally go live market hours, so check that out. And again, we have plenty of designs in the merch store, always dropping new merch. So if you want to get yourself some official swag and support the channel at the same time, go ahead and do that. But if you want to support for absolutely free, just leave that like button and comment. And as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out, y'all.
Alright, y'all, that's the video. If you found it informative, please drop a like, leave a comment down below. That helps out immensely. If you want to get in the Discord, hit me up on my email, and you can also check out the merch store, drop a super chat to support the channel in a different way, and I truly, truly appreciate it if you do. But if you don't want to do that or don't have the means to do that, just leave a like, a comment, share the video, and hit subscribe, and that's a great way to help me out and help the channel grow. And as always, man, I'm hoping you're having a great weekend. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, no matter what you celebrate. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace.